know it's a little windy. Hopefully there won't be too much interference. I really wanted to, a lot of people have been emailing me about inside out, how I'm always campaigning against that. And one of the blog readers called it what it really is, which is inside to square. And as I've said, inside out screws up so many people. I really wanted to show you exactly what inside out means and what people take it to mean, and actually relabel it something else. As you can see, there's a club here with a head cover, and then there's a golf ball right there if you can see it. An imaginary line that goes to infinity in both directions from the golf ball to the target is called the target line, okay? This is the line that your feet are supposed to be parallel to. You don't want your feet aiming at the target. That's another mistake people make. Your foot line is not supposed to be at the target. The imaginary line that goes over the ball is the one that's supposed to aim to the target. And then square feet, I mean, you can have an open stance or a closed stance as long as you know that square feet are the ones that are parallel to this target line. And this target line is where it's really important on what inside out means. If you swing on a perfect plane back and through the ball, even though I might not be making one here, it's a perfect circle, okay? You're bent over at the waist and at the knees, and you want to create a perfect circle, and that's what swinging on plane is. The bottom of the circle and the furthest most out point of the circle is the golf ball. And you don't technically swing inside out of the plane. Like I showed you in the plane and release by feel video, you're always on the same plane, and inside out goes this way, okay? What inside out means is if you're swinging on a perfect circular plane, the club will come from inside this target line out to the ball. But then the club is supposed to immediately, as soon as it hits the ball, come back to the inside and mirror the same path that it came into the ball. So when that blog poster said inside to square, that's actually what it is. The club comes from inside the target line to square, and then back inside the target line. Where the problem arises and where people get themselves into trouble is they try so hard to swing inside out, they end up coming from too far inside, which is also known as underneath the plane, and then the club goes outside the target line, okay? That causes big, big problems. Snap hooks if you flip it, major blocks to the right if you hold on or are holding the lag, even shanks. Actually, that's the one that happens the most often when you're swinging too inside out. So be careful when you start working on that inside out, and just make sure that the furthest point out the club goes away from you is where the golf ball is. So it comes from inside the target line, out to the ball, back inside. The club never goes outside the target line.